안녕하세요, 터미입니다. Let's have fun learning Korean today. I will teach you 3 grammar rules today. First, 으려다가 I intended to do something but I gave up and just did something else. Second, 리을 뿐만 아니라 not only A but also B. And third, 리을 뿐이다, only, just. Once you learn today's grammatical rules, you can understand the drama script like 내가 원하는 건 사랑뿐이에요. The only thing I want is love. By learning these deep and detailed expressions, I'm sure you can pass a topic level 4 and be a supermaster of Korean. 그럼 시작할게요. Let's learn our first grammatical rule. 으려다가 means I intended to do something, but I gave up and just did something else. Compared to Korean 으려다가, this English translation is very long, isn't it? You can also translate it as I meant to do something, but I gave up. Okay? In this grammar, you intended to do one action, but you changed your mind or gave up and decided to do something else. For example, you want to get up early in the morning but ended up sleeping. In this case, you can use 으려다가 in Korean. Okay? You usually attach 으려다가 to a verb. You will attach 려다가 if a verb stem does not have a final consonant. For example, 가다 to go does not have a final consonant. So you will attach 가려다가 meant to go, but you attach 으려다가 if a verb stem has a final consonant. For example, 먹다 to eat does not have a final consonant. So you will attach 으려다가 to make 먹으려다가 meant to eat, but. Now let's read some example sentences. 아침에 일찍 일어나려다가 결국 늦잠 잤어. Although I meant to get up early this morning, I ended up oversleeping. Here, since 일어나다, to get up, does not have a final consonant, you will attach 려다가 to a verb stem to make 일어나려다가, although I meant to get up. You can see that the speaker intended to get up early, but he overslept. In this kind of situation, you use 으려다가 to connect two actions. Okay? Let's see the next example. 예약하려다가 그만 깜빡했네요. I meant to make a reservation, but I completely forgot. Here, since 예약하다, to make a reservation, does not have a final consonant, you will attach 려다가 to make 예약하려다가, meant to make a reservation, but. Quiz! Now, let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 저번 주말에 시간이 맞지 않아서 못 만났어요. I meant to see you last weekend, but I couldn't because the timing didn't match. Number 1, 만나려다가. Number 2, 만났는데. The correct answer is number 1. 만나다, to meet, does not have a final consonant. So, you will attach 려다가 to make 만나려다가 I meant to see you. Number 2 is wrong because 만났는데, although I saw is in the past tense. Now, let's read the sentence together clearly. 저번 주말에 만나려다가 시간이 맞지 않아서 못 만났어요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Then let's try the next quiz. 책을 그만 잠들어 버렸어. Although I meant to read a book, I fell asleep before I knew it. Number 1, 읽려다가. Number 2, 읽으려다가. The correct answer is number 2. Since 읽다, to read, has a final consonant, you will attach 으려다가 to make 읽으려다가. Number 1 is wrong because 읽려다가 is grammatically incorrect. Now, let's read the sentence together clearly. 책을 읽으려다가 그만 잠들어 버렸어. Please read this part at least 3 times. Let's move on to the second grammar. 의, 리을 뿐만 아니라 is a verb or an adjective to mean not only A but also B. 뿐만 아니라 is mainly used in writing. Therefore, you don't use this expression very often in conversations. In conversations, you use 는데다가 rather than 뿐만 아니라. Let's learn its usage in cases of verbs, adjectives, and nouns. For verbs and adjectives, you attach 리을 뿐만 아니라 if a stem does not have a final consonant, and 을 뿐만 아니라 if a stem has a final consonant. Since 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant, you attach 리을 뿐만 아니라 to make 갈 뿐만 아니라 not only going. Since 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant, you attach 을 뿐만 아니라 to make 먹을 뿐만 아니라 not only eating. For nouns, you use 일 뿐만 아니라 regardless of a final consonant. For example, 교사, a teacher will become 교사일 뿐만 아니라 not only being a teacher, and 학생, a student, will become 학생일 뿐만 아니라 not only being a student. Okay, now let's read a sample sentence. 내일은 비가 올 뿐만 아니라 날씨도 춥다. Tomorrow it will not only rain, but it will also be cold. Wow, I don't like that kind of weather. Anyway, since 오다 does not have a final consonant, you will attach 리을 뿐만 아니라 to the stem to make 올 뿐만 아니라 it will not only rain. By using 뿐만 아니라, you are giving additional information. Let's read the next sentence. 오늘은 할 일이 많을 뿐만 아니라 손님도 오니까 방 청소를 해야 한다. Today, not only do I have lots of things to do, I will have a guest. So I have to clean my rooms too. Wow, she must have a lot of things to do today, right? Here, since the adjective 많다, to be plenty, has a final consonant, you attach 을 뿐만 아니라 to the stem to make 많을 뿐만 아니라 not only do I have lots of things. Next, let's read the last sentence using nouns. 그녀는 미인일 뿐만 아니라 마음씨도 고왔다. She is not only beautiful, but she also has a pure heart. Wow, I want to see that kind of person. Here, 미인 is a beautiful person. You attach 일 뿐만 아니라 to make 미인일 뿐만 아니라 she is not only beautiful. Do you get it? I want to hear this kind of compliment. Quiz! Now let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 그 친구는 영어를 잃어도 배운다. That friend is not only studying English, but also studying Japanese. Number 1, 공부할 뿐이 아니라. Number 2, 공부할 뿐만 아니라. The correct answer is number 2. 공부하다, to study, is a verb that does not have a final consonant. So you will attach 리을 뿐만 아니라 to make 공부할 뿐만 아니라 not only studying. Number 1 is incorrect because you wouldn't use an expression like 뿐이 아니라. It is always 뿐만 아니라. Now, let's read the sentence together clearly. 그 친구는 영어를 공부할 뿐만 아니라 잃어도 배운다. Please read this part at least 3 times. Now, let's try the next quiz. 오늘은 날씨가 습도도 높다. Today, it is not only hot, but also humid. Number 1, 더울 뿐만 아니다. Number 2, 더울 뿐만 아니라. I don't like hot and humid weather, do you? The correct answer is number 2. Since 덥다, to be hot, is an adjective that has a final consonant, you will use 을 뿐만 아니라. However, since this is 비읍 final consonant, you apply 비읍 irregular rule to 덥다. So you change 으 to 우 to make 더울 뿐만 아니라. Number one is wrong because you wouldn't say 더울 뿐만 아니라. If you want to put this at the end of a sentence, you can say 더울 뿐이다, as you will see in the next grammar. Okay? Now let's read the sentence together clearly. 오늘은 날씨가 더울 뿐만 아니라 습도도 높다. Please read this part at least 3 times, imagining hot and humid Korean weather. The last grammatical rule for today is 으, 리을 뿐이다. Only do or just do. By using this grammar, you can emphasize that only one action or one state is an available option. In English, it could be similar to all I want is you, or you are the only one. You can feel the desperation of the speaker, right? In addition, words such as 그저, 단지, and 오로지, which mean only, just, or merely, come before this grammar to emphasize the meaning. You can use 으, 리을 뿐이다 at the end of a sentence, right? You can also use 으, 리을 뿐, only do or just do in the middle of a sentence. I will tell you about this usage with an example sentence later. Okay? Then let's look at the usage in cases of verbs, adjectives, and nouns. For verbs and adjectives, you attach 으, 리을 뿐이다. You will use 리을 뿐이다 if a stem does not have a final consonant. For example, 가다, to go, does not have a final consonant. So you will attach 리을 뿐이다 to make 갈 뿐이다, only go. You attach 을 뿐이다 if a stem has a final consonant. Since 먹다, to eat, has a final consonant, you attach 을 뿐이다 to make 먹을 뿐이다, only eat. For nouns, you attach 일 뿐이다 regardless of a final consonant. For example, 교사, a teacher, will become 교사일 뿐이다, just being a teacher, and 학생, a student, will become 학생일 뿐이다, just being a student. Now, let's read a sample sentence. 난 단지 사람들이 날 이해해주기만을 바랄 뿐이야. I only wish that people would just understand me. Here, since 바라다, to wish, does not have a final consonant, you will attach 리을 뿐이다 to make 바랄 뿐이다, only wish. In addition, this sentence indicates that all he wants from people is to understand him, right? To emphasize this one state, he is using this grammar, 으, 리을 뿐이다. Do you get it? You can also notice that 단지 was used to emphasize the meaning of only. Then let's read the next sample sentence. 너무 피곤해서 그저 쉬고 싶을 뿐이에요. I was so tired, so my only wish is just to take a break. You can feel how tired she is, right? Sometimes it is better to take a break. Anyway, here, since the adjective of 쉬고 싶다, want to take a break, has a final consonant, you attach 을 뿐이다 to make 쉬고 싶을 뿐이다, just want to take a break. From the sentence, you can feel a nuance of desperation because of the word 그저, only. Okay, let's read the next sample sentence. 그 사람은 애인이 아니라 친한 친구일 뿐이에요. That person is not my intimate partner, but just a close friend. Here, since 친구, a friend, is a noun, you attach 일 뿐이다 to make 친구일 뿐이다, just a friend. You can also change this sentence as 그 사람은 친한 친구일 뿐, 애인이 아니에요. That person is just a close friend and not an intimate partner. In this case, you are using 으, 리을 뿐 in the middle of a sentence. Okay? Quiz! Then let's deepen our understanding with some quizzes. Which one is the correct answer? 전 그저 같이 가자고. I just asked to go together. Number 1, 말할 뿐이에요. Number 2, 말했을 뿐이에요. The correct answer is number 2. 말하다 to say is changed into the past tense to make 말했다, said. Since 말했다 has a final consonant, you attach 을 뿐이다 to make 말했을 뿐이다. After this, you can change it to your form and say 말했을 뿐이에요. Okay? Number 1 is incorrect because 말할 뿐이에요 only to say is the future tense, which is inappropriate for this past tense expression. Now, let's read the sentence together. 전 그저 같이 가자고 말했을 뿐이에요. Please read this part at least 3 times. Now, let's try the next quiz. 그는 커피만 아무 말도 안 했다. He just drank coffee and said nothing. Number 1, 마실 뿐. Number 2, 마시는 뿐. Wow, if you meet this kind of guy on a blind date, it is going to be so awkward, right? Anyway, the correct answer is number 1. 마시다, to drink, is a verb that does not have a final consonant. So you can attach the 을 뿐이다. But here, since you want to connect 2 parts of a sentence, you will attach the 을 뿐 to make 마실 뿐. Number 2 is incorrect because there is no expression like 마시는 뿐. So please be careful. It is always 비을 뿐. Okay? Now let's read the sentence together. 그는 커피만 마실 뿐 아무 말도 안 했다. I wonder why he didn't say anything. Anyway, you can read this part at least 3 times. Okay, it's time for your favorite homework. Come on, homework. There are 2 parts of the homework. First, please make 3 sentences using the grammatical rules that you learned today. For the first sentence, please use 으려다가 meant to do but to make a sentence. For example, 친구를 만나려다가 길을 잃어버렸다. I meant to see my friend but got lost. For the second sentence, please use 리을 뿐만 아니라 not only do to make a sentence that tells me something twice as good. For example, 강원도는 산이 많을 뿐만 아니라 바다에도 갈 수 있다. In 강원도, there are not only mountains, but you can also go to the beach. 강원도 is great, isn't it? For the third sentence, please use 리을 뿐이다, only do, to make a sentence to tell me what you are desperately longing for. For example, 그저 잠만 자고 싶을 뿐이에요. All I want is to sleep. Sleep is very important, right? I'm looking forward to reading your sentences. The second homework is to memorize new words. Please memorize the 40 words from number 601 to 640 on page 8 in the intermediate vocabulary list. There is a vocabulary quiz for the 40 words on my website, so please just fail to try it. The link is in the description box. You can also leave a comment about your quiz results. I am looking forward to seeing many of your comments. That's all today. Great job! High five! The more you learn Korean expressions, the more entertaining Korean literature becomes. I will do my best to support your Korean learning. 그럼 오늘도 행복 가득, 웃음 가득한 하루 되세요. 한국어 파이팅 파이팅 파이팅!